So that's about throughout the day, you know, the judging staff, they were just kind of bad, all that stuff. So after the first round, it took probably an hour to get round 2 started. I hated that. Round 7 to 8 took probably 2 hours to get to. I may be exaggerating. I'm pretty sure it was an hour and a half. It had to have been somewhere around in there after the round was over. Because guess what? 2 players had a dispute about who won and who lost because they both kept life points on a calculator and no paper. Alright, so you guys are going to dispute over who won, who lost? If I'm head judge, you're both getting a game loss for not keeping life points on a piece of paper. It's done. You both got a game loss. You both lose this round. I'm done. I'm not going to take an hour and 30 minutes out of this tournament, which is almost over, to fix your game that you should have been keeping up with. And if one of the guys had been keeping life points on paper, he would have won. So keep life points on paper. As a message from that, if you're the head judge, don't be a freaking pansy and not just hit them with game losses right there. I don't want a he said, she said thing. 2 game losses, get the tournament underway. There's only 1 more round left. It's stupid. So, let's cut to top 8. Oh, how I love talking about this part. This is amazing here. This is the worst display of top 8 I've ever seen in my entire life. The judges had no idea what the hell they were doing when we finally got to top 8. First off, the round before, you know, round 8, the final round, they wrote the winner down wrong of a match that I think went into time. Good job, guys. We had to redo the standings. So there's the first screw up. Cut to an hour and a half later, we're still sitting at the tables, and they have just now started checking decks. How amazing. You guys just sat there for an hour and a half doing nothing, I guess. What else were you doing? Oh, and guess what? The place where they were deck checking was out in the middle of the damn floor. It's freaking stupid. Why would you check decks out of the middle of the floor? Go in the back room. Go in a secluded area, you know, way back in the back corner on a table. Don't just go out in the middle of freaking nowhere and check decks. That's not smart either. I didn't like how that was done. So, hour and a half later, you know, my opponent gets a game 1 loss for writing chain destruction instead of chain disappearance. You know, it happens. Another guy, another one of my friends, Mr. Stephen Bates, got called for sleeves, which is, you know, whatever. Sleeves get roughed up during the tournament. It happens. So he got called over to change his sleeves. So he went over there, changed his sleeves, handed it back to the judge, and, you know, about 10 minutes later, as he said, his deck's gone. The judges lost his deck. The head judge was ultimately liable. If you want to check out the video of him telling about it, head on over there. You don't have to. I'll try to put it in the description or a annotation somewhere. But basically all it is he was borrowing cards from 2 people. The deck was worth about $850, and it got stolen out from under the judge's noses, which is just absolutely ridiculous. I don't see how that happens. I think the head judge should never be able to judge again, much less head judge, if he's going to allow this crap to happen at his regional. So, guess what we had to wait for next? For them to build him a new deck because they got his stolen. So, you know, probably at least another 30 minute to an hour wait. So the tournament ended about 2.5, 3 hours ago, and we're just now getting top 8 underway. Really? That's pretty crappy, right? That's not the half of it. The guy, I'm thinking he was 6th seed, didn't even have an opponent because his opponent left early for some unknown reason. I don't know why. So, why in the hell didn't they give him the crap to sign at the very beginning of top 8. Don't even deck check him. Why does it matter? The guy's gone. He's not coming back. He's a local player there, I think. So they know he's not coming back for top 8 because he obviously said something, I guess. That's my assumption. Maybe I'm wrong. So, why not just give the guy the win? There's no sense in that. Give him the win. Give him the deck mat. Give him the binder. Let him leave. But they didn't. They kept him there with all of us for like 3 freaking hours. So by the time my top 8 match came around, I was done. I was pissed off just because it took so long, like everything else did during the day. I was frustrated that my friend's deck, who had my other friend's cards in it, got stolen, and that the judging staff was too incompetent to keep track of it. That's just... it blows my mind that something like that can happen at a regional. So, you know, I haven't been getting any numbers out of 10s or anything, but maybe I should start doing that. I'll probably start with my next one. I don't have any numbers prepared, but I can tell you overall this would be probably a 2. Hell, it might be a 1. Might be a 0. I don't know. This was a terribly run event. I really hate that the regional was run so terribly because it's one of the only ones I get to go to, because regionals are at least 2 hours away from me. So I've got Nashville, I've got Louisville, I've got Indianapolis, which is like 3.5 hours, Columbus, which is more than that, you know. And these are the only events I get to go to. They didn't even have these Louisville regionals for a long time, and I was happy that we got them back. But if they're going to be ran by these people again, nobody's ever going to come, which is good for me because I'll always top 8. But it's just frustrating to see all this crap going down. It's not efficient. It's not good. Just Konami, if Konami was at fault here, which I don't guess they were unless they really did tell Rosha and Ben that Ben would be the better judge out of the two to head judge the event. If they were, they're at incredible fault here. I really think Konami could stand to give us some kind of optional survey to do after a regional or something similar to that. Just something, you know, that, you know, random survey maybe. I don't know. Maybe by email, sorta, since we do kind of fill that out. Send us an email, optional survey. How was your regional experience? How was the judging staff? You know, we had a pretty solid base under Upper Deck, a judging base. I feel like it was a lot harder to become a judge with them than it is now with Konami, and it's just not working out at all. I don't like this at all. But there's my review of the Louisville, Kentucky Regional. It's not a good one, as you can see. I'm pretty ticked off that all that crap happened, but you know, what are you gonna do? Judge staff is incompetent, as well as the head judge obviously seems to be. But oh well. That's it, guys. That was my review, like I said. So comment down below if you were there. You know, tell me something. Subscribe to me. I can't put my deck list up from the regionals. I did go 8-0 in Swiss. You know, I got pissed off, lost my top 8 match. But like I said, I did go 8-0, but I can't put the deck list up because Charlotte is coming up. It'll actually be up on Maddie's Daddy 12's channel, I believe. Probably Friday. I'll probably give him permission to set it up on Friday or Saturday, something like that. So I'll give him the deck list and show you guys. He did a regional track on me, so be looking for that. This is my review for the Louisville Regional on March 12th, or March 12th, 2011. Subscribe. Drew's out.